What's going on YouTube? This is CFX at the Wave Dojo, and I'm back with a video. And as you can tell by the title, I customized my Switch. I've been wanting to do this since day one, but I've been waiting to find something very entry level, something that I could do personally, because I wouldn't want to send it off to someone or trust anyone else to do it, because if they mess it up, that's on me, because I asked them to do it. So luckily I was able to actually find an easy way to do it, and I'll put a link in the description for the actual parts that I used and all that. Not necessarily the specific part, but I just show you the whole page where it shows you all the different colors and different Joy-Con. I opted out doing the Joy-Con. I may do the Joy-Con in the future. I may buy some dud Joy-Con just in case I mess them up, the ones that I won't really care to use. I may do that in the future, but right now I'll just focus on the back plate, because that's really all the customization that I can do personally. I'm not like skilled at painting. I may have someone paint the front for me if they're talented enough, if I've seen them do something else. But basically all I did was the plate. It looks better than I thought it was going to look, because the back plate is kind of a thin layer, but it covers the whole back, but it's still a thin layer, and you don't really have a choice to have the colored tab for the cartridge tab on top. But luckily it looks really good, and it blends very well, and it meshes with the contrast, because it's kind of like a matte finish on it, mixed with the little slight gloss that the Switch already has. It just looks really good, and I was pretty excited about the final product. Now, speaking from a novice level tinkerer, if that's the best way to describe it, this should have been easy. In theory, this is like really easy. If everything goes smoothly, it's simple. It's really simple for the back plate, at least. Joy-Con's a little bit more, you gotta do a little bit more, but for the back plate, it's super easy. But I ran into some issues. First, I had to get a screwdriver, a triangle screwdriver, because Nintendo uses that special screwdriver, and it has to be thin, it has to be small enough. Luckily, I was able to find some on Amazon and got it shipped to me the next day, so I only had to wait for a little bit. wasn't the biggest deal. But the biggest problem I came up through is, even having the proper tools and having everything going, I was able to get the two left screws out, and every other screw on top and bottom out, but it was the far right two screws on the top and left and top and bottom that I happened to strip. And mind you, it was like such a bad strip that, like, first turn, and I'm very delicate with it. I know to be delicate with these tools because of how small these screws are, so I knew to be very careful. But it stripped anyways. I don't know if I had a defective unit or it's just the screws were weak. So I just want to warn people before they try to do this, that is very possible. The plus side of all of that is that I had an extra Joy-Con, and the Joy-Con uses the same screws on the back as the back plate, so I was able to replace that. But the worst part is I kind of ruined my original back, because I had to kind of break it out a little bit, because it was just not going to work for me, and my system would have been ruined, and I didn't want to ruin my system. I prefer to have just a custom plate and no option to go back than to ruin my whole console, and I wouldn't want to do that. It costs too much money to fuck it up that way. And that's one of the risks of doing this. I knew this before I went in, so I couldn't be all the way mad. So what I did is I took the screws out of the Joy-Con, and I had to use a plier. Man, oh my god, it took me forever to find a plier in my house. Luckily I had one, and I twisted them out slowly. Luckily I was able to get it out, no problems. It was very satisfying once I was able to get that off, because once I got that off, it was very easy to put it back, because you're pretty much just screwing things. And then once I screwed it in, it looked like the way you see it right now, and I couldn't be more happy with it. The final product is great. I get looks when I'm out in public with it. It's just something that if you're into customization, you're gonna appreciate this. And there's multiple colors. I chose the white color because I like the white, and if I ever decide to paint it, I could paint it if I wanted to. And it just looks really good with the blue Joy-Con. I would have showed you the more Joy-Con flavors. I actually may insert some footage of that, but I just wanted to pretty much just take some outdoor shots to see it in the light, to see how it looks. But thank you for watching. That's pretty much my story there. I just want to warn people, be careful with the screws on the back, because it can really fuck up your whole vibe. Like, I was so mad when it happened, but I you know, calmed down, persevered, and I made a clutch decision to take the screw out of one of my Joy-Con to see if it was the same, and thank God it was the same, and it worked out for me, and I'm grateful for it because I have a really great product in my hand. And man, Nintendo created a beautiful console, and when you customize it, man, it just makes it even better. So that's that. Thank you for watching once again, and I'm trying to get more videos out. I just, you know, haven't had the motivation to do it, and you know, a lot of stuff going on, but more videos will be coming, trust. See you guys. Peace.